Hello, today we're going to be talking about the housing market in October for Holland and Zeeland, Michigan.
Hi there, my name is Luke Bouman, team leader of Luke Bouman Real Estate Team.
And I am Andrew Bouman.
And today we are going to talk about the housing market in Holland and Zeeland for the month of October 2023. So Andrew, tell us what you know about the housing market for October.
You bet. So right now we are at 1.75 months of inventory. So basically what that means is if no new homes hit the market, then it will take 1.75 months for all of the houses that are currently on the market to sell. So a healthy market is typically 4 to 6 months, I would say. So we have a lack of inventory. And what that means is,
what does it mean?
It means that it's a seller's market.
Well, and that's the weird thing about this market because, I've been selling real estate since 2006, 2007, 8, 9. I mean, 8, 9, 10 is really when the market crashed. And we didn't have anything moving, but we had so much inventory. There was way too much. There was foreclosures, and now we're in a market where interest rates went from 3% to 8%. So we're kind of in this like unprecedented market because we haven't seen anything like this.
Right.
So you say it's a seller's market because there's 1.75 months of inventory.
That's what the data would tell you.
Yes, but the challenge is with 8% interest rates, it's making a challenge for most buyers to afford homes, and especially in these higher price ranges.
Right.
So when you say, it's a seller's market, I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. Now, we just listed a property, you listed one, I listed one, and you've had, 6 showings over the last 5 days. Sounds like you're gonna get an offer. I had a listing of a home at $250, which, a year and a half ago, we probably would have had 30 showings, and we had about 6, and we just put that one together today for full price. So the homes are still moving, but the activity that we're having right now it is down significantly, and some of that is because it's colder, but really interest rates are playing a big role in that, and why inventory is so low right now, I believe, is because there's very few people who want to list their home with a 3% interest rate to then go and purchase a home at an 8% interest rate. So I do agree that it's based on what the data says it's a seller's market, but it's a lot harder just because interest rates are so high.
Completely agree. That was good. You stole the show there.
When we look at data from a year ago, we were at 1.4 months of inventory to 1.75 months of inventory. So not a big change. Again, I think the difference last year is interest rates were, this time of year, I think they were about 6%, and that's when buyers were starting to kind of what is going on? I'm used to 3%. Now people are kind of getting used to this high interest rate, but I'd say last year was more of a seller's market because interest rates were lower, inventory was low, and buyers were kind of ready to move. And now it's kind of, changed a little bit. Now, what I see right now is the average sale price in West Michigan is right around $350,000.
Right. And average time on market is only 7 days, even though it's a challenging seller's market, as you say. Houses are still moving, but I think it's ever important for houses to be priced accurately. You're still seeing on average from list price to sale price, you're right at that basically 100% for median average for Holland and Zeeland.
So when you say average list price to sale price, can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, so basically if something's being listed for $350, it's still selling at $350 or above on most over the course of all homes.
And last year it was at about 99.9%. So
right.
I think right now it's 100.3. So it's a touch over asking price. But when you talk about pricing, I think that's extremely important because if a home, let's just say a home's been on the market for 2 weeks, buyers are savvy enough, even though the market's a little bit different, they're looking at it and saying, why is this home not sold? What's wrong with it? I'm going to come in with a really low offer. So if you're representing a seller, or if you are a seller, I should say, if it's sitting on the market for 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks and longer, you got to really address that price because the average days on market is 7, the average list price to sale price is 100%, and now you got to be looking at, hey, did I just miss the price? Did I hire the wrong realtor? And those are some things that you kind of need to look at when you're listing the property because again, if you do price it wrong and you go too high.
I was just in this video to show my pretty face.
It's going to end up, you're just going to end up you're going to hurt yourself by pricing it too high.
I agree. So as we said, the average sale price this year has been, so up to October, has been approximately 350 grand. Now what's wild is that last year it was around 295,000. So the prices overall have gone substantially up.
Well, I think what's happening here is that the luxury market hasn't really been hit like that price point from like that 4 to 7. The 300,000 and below, we're still seeing a lot of activity, especially like 250,000 and below. It's that kind of that middle price range where people aren't willing to stretch themselves like they could because interest rates are so high. But then, you know, because we're in West Michigan, Holland Zeeland area, you know, you got Lake McTowell, Lake Michigan, and we're still seeing some homes that are selling even by cash, you know, $1 million, $2 million. And I think that luxury market is kind of trying to take advantage of just maybe the rates being higher, that they think they can get a better deal, or maybe they're like, hey, the stock market's crumbling, they're not doing very good, let's get into real estate. So I think the reason why the average sale price is 350 compared to last year is because the luxury market is not being hit like that lower price point. I think that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, your first time home buyer is kind of like, man, I can barely afford the normal first time house because interest rates are so high.
Right.
But I think people who are upgrading are willing to spend a little bit more.
We have some people who are, someone on our team was just talking to some builders because he wants to tear down his lakefront home and build a new lakefront home right on Lake Michigan. So, you know, there's still money out there. Homes are still moving. That's what we want to touch on. Like, it might show that it's a seller's market. I think it's a harder seller's market just because of interest rates and certain price points. But that's really, you know, talk with an expert like ourselves if you're considering making a move. We'd love to share with you more about the market. If you love our videos, we'd love for you to subscribe, like, comment below, and we'll keep pushing out this content each month, especially with these market videos. So hope you enjoyed our video. He didn't say much.
I didn't. Just showed face.
Have a good day.